Hello everybody, welcome to another video on JayEmm Friends and welcome to the 2022 British Motor Show. I am here with the Sporting Bears, a fantastic group of people that use the power of cars to do good for those in need. More specifically, what they do is something called Dream Rides, and that's something I'm here doing today. So, in exchange for a donation, people can go out in a car of their choice on the local roads, get to see what the car is all about, and all of the money raised goes towards children's charities. We're raising for I think 4 or 5 different causes today, all of which are very, very worthy, and I've asked Anthony and Damani to come down, have a look at some of the cars available today, and hope to inspire you to maybe either join the Bears if you have something special or interesting, and if not, to maybe come and pay them a visit at a show in the near future. They do stuff all over the country, so if you go on the website, you'll see where they're going, and if you've ever wanted to experience your dream supercar, classic car, performance car, muscle car, whatever, it's a very, very good way to do it. To me, this is the perfect way to enjoy a car because we all get to have fun in the stuff that we love and do something good for people that really, really need it. So I'm going to hand you over to Anthony and Damani, who are going to have a walk around, show you some of the cars and hopefully talk to a few of the owners to share what they think the Sporting Bears is all about.
First thing I think we should do is check out some of the cars that the Sporting Bears have here today, and I'm telling you, I'm seeing quite a few nice ones. Has anything that's jumped out at you so far?
Oh yeah, there have been quite a few spicy cars. I love the range of cars that they have here, so I think let's have a proper look around. So this may look like a Porsche Speedster, and that's because it kind of is. It's a Porsche Speedster that is based off of a Porsche Boxster. The great thing about it being based off of a Boxster is that it's a bit longer and it's a bit wider, which means on the inside you get a bit more space. But I think they've done a really, really good job of keeping the essence of the original car. Now, because I'm not a massive Porsche person, I actually didn't know that it was a replica until I looked into the interior and saw that it was much too modern to be an original one. You get the look and the style of the original car, but you get the modern creature comforts that go along with the modern car. I love these leather buttresses that come back. The gold Porsche badges add a really nice touch. These twin tips at the bottom are really, really nice. And I think it just goes to show the range that we have here.
It is proving somewhat difficult doing some of this filming, partly because of the noise that's coming from the Caterham drift experience that's right next door to us, and I think we might have to have a go on that later. Now, a car that I am very, very interested in driving is this GT4 here. I keep hearing nothing but good things about these cars in terms of their handling, the overall experience. This one has a pretty cool spec. I like the yellow accents on this. I've driven the Boxster, I haven't driven a Cayman yet. I've driven a 911 GT3, but I can imagine that this would just be kind of like the perfect handling Porsche.
I do have to remind you that this car is German, not Italian. Because you were talking about it like this. Now this GTR is very cool. I got a chance to see it out on stage earlier when they were doing the Sporting Bears parade laps, screaming through its exhaust. Now apparently this car has a 102mm titanium exhaust. This has got 660 horsepower. It's got an Ecutech ECU, just as you have on the 370Z Nismo. And it's a very, very cool car. Carbon everywhere. It's got really cool carbon touches on the exterior. These canards, this crazy hood, front splitter, vents, skirts, mirrors, and carbon galore inside.
We cannot walk past this E-Type without at least saying something about it. Now, I don't actually know a great deal about E-Types, except for one thing. They're beautiful. I mean, I would argue this is one of the most beautiful cars that's ever been made. Look at it. It's just the lines on it are so sleek, and it's one of those cars that every time I see one, I have to stop and I have to look at it. And this one looks in especially good condition, a little bit dusty because obviously we're in this dusty environment here and the car is being driven, which I think makes it even cooler that it's being driven. But look at it, it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. And the interior looks absolutely gorgeous. I love that grey leather with the grey carpets. That looks very cool.
I know one thing about E-Types.
Go on.
It has a V12.
How did you know that? Is it because it says so right there?
It actually does, but no, I didn't see that, but no, yeah. V12.
Now this is one of our favourite McLarens, our favourite modern McLaren, the 675 LT. As many of you will know, only 500 of these were made. This specifically is the Spider version. There were 500 Spiders, 500 Coupes. Now in many ways from the front it looks very similar to the 650S, but it's the rear of this car that had most of the rework. And I honestly think that is how the rear of the 650S should have looked in the first place. It was far too similar to the 12C in my opinion. It wasn't sort of different enough. You can see the DNA that's carried over, but it's significantly different and sufficiently different for it to stand out as a distinct car, I think.
It's got the P1 bucket seats with the orange, and it just looks mega. The interior on this car is awesome. I love all the carbon accents that came on this. Now this specific car has the Club Sport package, which means it has all of the carbon. The Spider is obviously beautiful, and it comes with this awesome carbon fiber rear wing. If you wanted to get the rear wing in exposed carbon, you had to give McLaren a little bit of this stuff. Beautiful spec. I love how you have the exposed engine bay, and these cars came with a titanium exhaust system from factory. How are you finding it today, James?
I'm good, thank you. See, here's proof. If you want to draw a crowd, don't use a Ferrari. That thing's so cool. That is so cool. It's quite fun actually seeing it out on the road because it does just look like an oversized RC car. It's brilliant. But yeah, no, it's a good day. A lot of drives so far. I think I'm probably about 9 or 10 rides, I think.
Now, we were just over at the Top Trump Cars looking at your car.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There were these two guys standing there like, oh, the scars, that's a bit of me. And so we overheard them booking it. And it was just quite nice to hear and see them being like, oh, that's my dream car. I really want to go out in that. And then for them to actually feel good about donating money to charity and then getting a dream ride,
yeah,
ride in their dream car.
And you know, the thing is really interesting because, you know, some people get in the car and they're like, it's a Ferrari, I wanted to go in a Ferrari, like, that's kind of it, like, whatever Ferrari it was, they were going to go for it. It just so happened that I was here. Others will come there and they'll be like, no, you know, it's only because it's a Scud that I want to go out in it, like, and they know more about it than you do. You get some people, they save up all their money, and kind of events like this are like their treat. You know, rather than going on holiday, they come down here and they spend all day. Apparently one guy yesterday did like 10 rides.
Wow.
10 rides. And you know, that's what people do. They come ahead and they're like, you know what? Rather than spend the money going to Disneyland or something like that, you know, for a petrol head, you're like, yeah, and you know, when you think about it, like when you do like sort of like a driving day experience, okay, that's great, but it's reasonably short. Whereas the money you spend doing like a drive experience, you get a lot more time with the owners. And sometimes you even get people to come out that can buy one of these cars, but they want to know a little bit more about it. So like, you know, if they're thinking of buying like a TVR or a Scud or an Ariel or something, they're like, you know what, I want to sit and talk to the person that owns it, find out more about it, get more of an idea, and you know, it's just a good thing all round really for everybody, no matter how much or how little you know or care about the cars. Just as long as people come back in with a smile on their face, all that matters.
I've been a member of the Sporting Bears for 7 years, since 2015. Which is when I first got my first Mustang. I had that from 6 years, and then I've changed it for this last year. Every single dream ride is just an amazing experience. You meet somebody new, you understand their background, they've made a donation to charity, you chat in a car, you just have a load of fun. So literally every dream ride is unique and really good fun.
So we're here with Colin and his beautiful red F-Type. So Colin, how long have you been part of the Sporting Bears?
It must be nearly 8 years now. It was the first car fest. I thought, what a fantastic idea it was, and joined really when our regional bears called Koala Bears got going. We then got to see what we raised the money for and visited the various charities, and really it sort of showed how valuable this exercise really is. This is a Jaguar F-Type, a 3-litre, 6-cylinder, very smooth, beautiful drive. I've driven it around Spain, I've driven it around Italy. Yeah, you tour comfortably with two people in it. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, I think it's always fun when it's like a group of you going out. So we had one quite recently at Goodwood at the end of the day, and there must have been about 5 of us all going out in tandem together. And something quite surreal about sort of going down the road and you sort of see this whole mixture of Aston Martins, TVRs or Lotus all together out, going down on some nice country roads together.
I've done car shows for a few years, parking up and it's all very nice chatting about your car. With the Sporting Bears, you get the opportunity to take people out and actually show them what the car does.
Yeah.
Which is a totally different experience. I think everybody here just enjoys it. I mean, it's all I use the car for. I don't use it for anything else. I don't do static shows anymore. Every time it's out, it's for the Bears. I've had 70-year-old ladies in the car giving it the big whoop in the back of the car. Absolutely brilliant. And then I've had a lady police officer in the back of the car that was just swearing. Everybody was laughing. So put my foot down, give it some acceleration. Everybody's got a big smile on their face. So it's a brilliant reaction. So you can't get better than that.
Sporting Bears is a motor club. We established in 1989. What we do is we raise money for children's charities by giving passenger rides in our cars. So our sole aim is to raise as much money as we can, put smiles on faces and have a lot of fun. We have supercars, we have super saloons, we have classics. You come along, you have a look at our core wall, which has a picture of all the cars with all the top trump figures on it, 0-60, top speed. So you can get a real idea of what car you're going out and how fast it is, etc. You choose a car that you want to go out in, and you go to our booking desk, quick form, pay your donation, 100% of which goes to the children's charities we support, because even a credit card transaction fee, we pay out of our own club membership. Incredible members who give their time, fuel, hotel, food expenses, all for free, kindly go onto our website. They sign up on the join up page on our homepage, sportingbears.co.uk. There's an online form, it's £25 a year only. Make dreams come true, put smiles on faces.
So, James, you've been out all day.
Yes, I have.
Putting the miles on the Scud.
Yeah.
And bringing smiles to people's faces. How's it been?
It's been amazing, absolutely amazing. Had some really great passengers, lots of just generally enthusiastic people. It's been fabulous. You know, I've had people who've said, you know, that it's made their day, which obviously makes my day. People saying, you know, it's the best car here, which obviously also makes my day. And there was one child who said the person who designed the Aston Martin Signet should go to hell, which also made my day. But, you know, it has been absolutely brilliant. I managed to sell out the car. I got a picture of that just before the end of the day. Really, really successful day, and I'm looking forward to doing the same thing all over again tomorrow. And I'm going to be here doing the same thing, but I know the guys are not. They're going to be making a video of their own on their channel, Sports and Touring. Make sure to subscribe to theirs, and of course, if you haven't already, JayEmm on Cars too. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you for the next one. Bye-bye.